So I got Clint Zentner here for this month for Lili channel because I am focusing on financial literacy and on eco stewardship. And part of financial literacy deals with, in the holistic sense, giving back. By giving back, I mean donating your time, your talent, whatever you're able to. And I met Clint at the Power Talk Seminars workshop a couple months ago. But you've been in Toastmasters too, right? You're in Toastmasters.
Yep, I've been in Toastmasters a little over 6 years now, and I've been in multiple
God,
clubs.
wow. And you've been an area director like I've been, and you're, I think, a president of a club.
Yep, I'm a president of a corporate club.
Oh, jeez. So I remember you speaking about you have a healthcare business in addition to being an engineer.
Correct.
What's the your what's the name of the healthcare business, or what do you call it, I guess?
Yeah, I'm a ambassador. My wife and I are for Plexus. So Plexus is gut health, blood sugar balance, inflammation, and yeah, pretty much a gut health company that helps a lot of people.
So it's a combination of being a worker bee and an entrepreneur. And that was the other part of what I would discuss in financial literacy in a different episode. But for right now, Clint is an amazing dancer, either because of the experience with Brandy, right?
Yep,
Wife?
yep. My wife's name's
Or,
Brandy. Yep,
or else by just previous experience. But it's To Be Continued is the name of the organization.
correct. Yep.
How do you have personal experience, or should we say, do you have friends who've gone through mental health issues? Because that's what they focus on.
Yeah, yeah, I do. And I met them. I can tell you a little bit about that. I met them. I do some booths sometimes for the health and wellness. And I was down
Mhm.
in Redwood Falls, Minnesota, and I was next to a suicide prevention lady, was not to be continued down in Redwood. And as I saw, I started to see people come up and she was sharing about their phone numbers and how to help people. And then when I went to the McLeod County Fair, I was next to the to be continued booth. And
Wow.
there I was shocked at how many people came up and said they were just so impressed with how the organization to be continued was changing lives and helping them. So there was it was the busiest booth you could imagine, and I got to
Wow.
be next to them for 4 days and hear about it and just see the impact they're making with the community and what they're doing through this dancing fundraiser that they do each year.
It is so cool. And I took a peek at the video and listened to the interviews. So I saw you and Brandy. It was very
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. So you all get together and do kind of like what Dancing with the Stars does, but you're doing it like the stars.
Correct.
Tell What was it like to do this with your wife?
Well, it comes up in April 15th. So in 11 days, we're going to be dancing. We were asked, Brandy and I are not dancers. I don't know
Oh,
that we've ever really danced together. And we got the
oh,
call from Tammy about 6 months ago saying, hey, would you like to represent Litchfield, Minnesota with this to be continued organization and be one of the 12 contestants in the Dancing Like the Stars? And right away, we're like, no, no, but it's such a good cause. How do you say no to something like this? So we said, sure. And the To Be Continued organization supports 8 counties west of
yeah.
the Minneapolis area. So it's really the area west of the metro area.
It's incredible. So you weren't absolute lovers of dance to start with. You
Not
just
at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. I love looking at dancing. I did get a virtual ticket, and one reason I'm still spreading the word is there are a couple of virtual tickets left, no
Yeah.
actual tickets. It's sold out.
I
Woohoo!
know. It's so cool.
Oh my God. But I love looking at dancing.
Yeah.
It's just it's such an art. So what does it feel like to be getting ready for a big event like that?
It makes you completely get out of your comfort zone. They are pros though. They have set us up with choreographers and
Mm,
we picked a song and we've been meeting with the professional choreographer each week. And
wow.
the first week we kind of picked the song and they said, "Hey, let's start. What are some of the moves in this?" I think we spent probably the first 2 hours to learn 10 seconds. At that
Yeah.
point, I thought there was no chance that I would ever be able to do 2 minute song.
Is it
Now
too?
we've been doing
Oh,
that, and now we have the 2 minutes. I know all the moves. Now it's to make it look good.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It looks like a lot of fun and it looks scary and wow. It
yeah.
just and how so then Did you learn anything about each other, you and Brandy?
Absolutely. The time together has been wonderful from a relationship perspective. Since we're not dancers. We do have 10 kids in a big blended family, 6 grandkids. So we have a lot going on, full-time job. We have a side business. We always are
Mhm.
busy. We don't always make time for each other, just her and
Oh,
I. And so this was a great opportunity to force us to spend time together. And we found we really enjoy it.
that's
The
cool.
overall, I would say 95% amazing and wonderful. 5%, I think people that are married might be able to be like, hey, sometimes we butt heads, like who's leading this or who's right,
Yeah.
and it's fun. Yeah, we've been able to uh, dance together. You have to figure out who's leading, who's doing this, and so
Yeah.
it's some compromise in that also. But we've really
It's
enjoyed it.
true. That is so cool. I really hope you guys do a once a week date night after this because oh wow, it's
We're working on it. We have every 2 weeks now, and our goal is to get to weekly, but we are every 2 weeks for date nights, and
oh,
we're really enjoying them so far.
that is so cool. I mean, I'm rather klutzy, I guess you'd say. I do what they call dry heave dancing. Like, what is that? And Norm says to me, have you seen the Seinfeld episode? He showed it to me. I'm going, that's me. That's how I
That's
dance.
great. Yeah, I know
it,
exactly what you're talking about.
it does take practice to give the lead over. Even, I mean, I'd rather someone lead. It's just that my body naturally wants to do a certain thing, but
Yeah,
it's a lot easier if someone just shows you.
yeah. And when the
But
choreographer says, "Hey, Clint, just do this," I'm not a dancer. What does that mean? And she's like, just do this. I'm like, I don't know what that means. And she's like, oh, it's this. Like everybody should know that. I had
uh,
no clue.
I'd have to look at something at least 5 times if it's movement oriented to know what the heck they're talking about. But it's so there we will give the post for the virtual what do you call it, virtual link, and then you can give a donation like that, like I did,
Yeah.
and you choose the couple, in this case Zentner with a Z, and then one other thing I don't remember if I asked. So, do you personally have experience with someone who's gone through mental health issues or suicide?
I do actually. A friend of mine that really close friend of mine, fishing buddy, done all the things. Every year we'd go to fishing opener, ice fishing, all those great things. He had a son, has a son that's the same age as mine. So we were just this, we dirt bike, we four wheel, we do all the things together. And then all of a sudden, a relationship gets broken up. He had a relationship broke up, and then all of a sudden quit his job, moved somewhere else. Life changed, and tried to stay in touch with him. And yeah, time went, and he called a few times, and we talked, and he was in a tough place. And then one day I saw the news that all of a sudden, like, hey, something happened, and yeah, he decided that
Wow.
it was too hard. And so yeah, it's yeah, best bud for many years, and
Wow.
yeah, it was really. And I think about when you lose somebody like that. Now there's lots of triggers when I
Mhm.
think about fishing, when I think about dirt biking, when I drive by his old house, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I get that sinking feeling of, could
Sure.
have I done more? Was there a resource for him? What shoulda, coulda, would I? And man, I don't know. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
very impactful.
Wow. I uh I lost a cousin to it about almost, I think it's been 5 years. I didn't know him that well. I think he was, well, I know he dealt with bipolarity or the bipolarism. Either way. Uh and I think, I don't know if he actually was transgender or it was a way of seeking attention. I have no idea. I
Yeah.
just know that despite us not being really close, it was a shocker. And even for me, what was it in 2021? I essentially went through a midlife crisis, turning 50. And not that I ever considered taking my life, but when you get suicidal ideations, it's just nasty.
Yeah.
It's when it flies into your head and you're going, what? And I thought, I have to admit, it's not my passion topic to talk about. And yet when the Power Talk founder came to me and she says, okay, you're known for getting the word out about things and promoting things you believe in. you can't brush that off when not only have you had some experience with it in the family, whether someone actually went through it or considered going through it, and you can't brush it off just because you don't enjoy talking about it. It doesn't make it go away.
Right.
And there's that number. Can you tell everybody what that 3-digit number is to call?
Yeah, it's right on like my wristband, and it is, I think it's 988. Let me look.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, 988. You can call or text 988 and you will get somebody that will respond to you for sure.
Cool. So, other than dancing, what do you two do in your free time? Like some things in the so-called free time. I mean,
Yeah.
real, what's something different that you do? Because this
We
is
are pretty simple people, and with 10 kids and all that, one of the things we found is we like garage sales. We like having garage sales. We like garage sales. And with all the kids and just we like simple things is Goodwills. We like going to thrift stores, and since we're semi close to Minneapolis, sometimes when they have discount days, we'll do a Goodwill marathon and we'll
yeah,
map out 5, 6, 7 Goodwills, and we'll go and just go when you could try on clothes. It was even better. And well, you end up with just cool stuff, and we end up with a garbage bag full of clothes for the kids and things that they would never normally get. And it's a lot of fun. And we spend a few $100s for a few bags, garbage bags full of clothes. We actually really enjoy that.
it is fun. I should have our my stepson give you a personal tour of Goodwill. He's a shopper like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Nonverbal autistic, but he just, the minute you send him into Goodwill, he knows where the videos are, maybe some clothes. I'm going, wow. So he's saying there was also, I heard they have an outlet.
Yeah.
Does Minnesota have an outlet?
Yeah,
Like
they have multiple versions. Yeah, there's different stores have different versions where it's like bins and some is like normal stuff. And yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my God. That is so cool. Wow. Well, I think I'm losing people's attention because I'm long-winded, but mention the information again.
Yeah.
So
the to be yeah, so To Be Continued is the organization. They do training for health professionals. They go into schools in 8 counties and do mental health and suicide awareness. They've trained thousands of students and they health professionals, and they have one per year. There for their funding, they do the Dancing Like the Stars, and that's how their fundraiser once per year. Last year they raised $141,000. This year their goal is $150,000. So there's 12 couples. Each couple is supposed to be trying to raise over $10,000. And so that's part of it. I said, yeah, we'll dance, but then there's a whole fundraising part of it. And the third part of it is I'm a representative. People say, hey, Clint, tell me more about this suicide. And all of a sudden, I've heard so many stories of people telling me that they have pets that help them feel better and other things. And so I end up being a community rep for this for people that just want to talk about stuff. So that's been really cool. I didn't expect that, but that's neat.
And I'll put a link in the video description of, it's called Plexus, right?
Yeah, Plexus.
Helped is, from what I can tell, that has helped you to be fit enough to dance like that, because that takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So some might want to know about that.
I lost 60 pounds. I had breathing issues on my deathbed, and I'm not anymore. I couldn't walk a flight of stairs without using an inhaler. And now I've done over 100 5Ks and 35-mile hike and a Tough Mudder, and it completely changed my life. And I want to make sure that people know that there's stuff out there that can help them and help their bodies function better. I was a huge skeptic as an engineer and a guy. I'm such a believer, and it's changed my life, and it's changed thousands and thousands of people's. So I love sharing about that too.
If I remember right, you said during Power Talk something else about being a believer. So if somebody would want to talk to you about your faith life, that'd be another. God bless you, buddy. Thank you, Clint. How cool.
Sounds good, Lili. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, see ya.